Are you ready for the absolute best video about egg consumption you have ever seen? I have been working in the health and medical field for over 24 years, and I can tell you this with certainty. Eating eggs every single day can transform your life forever. However, pay close attention. Before you go running to the kitchen to eat eggs just any old way, have you ever stopped to think about what you are actually doing? What is the healthiest way to prepare an egg? Is it scrambled, boiled, or fried? How should you store them correctly? Is it safe to keep them in the fridge door, or does that turn them into a bacterial time bomb? Which egg color is actually better for your health? White, brown, or even blue? Is it true that you should only eat the egg white and throw the yolk in the trash? How many eggs can you actually eat per day without damaging your heart? Can you eat eggs with bread, or is that a nutritional disaster? And what about seasonings? What helps your body, and what hurts it? I am also going to reveal 7 scientifically proven benefits of eggs that will completely surprise you. If you think you already know everything about this superfood, stay right where you are, because what I am about to reveal will change the way you eat forever. The egg was once heavily criticized, often labeled as a villain for the heart, but today it is considered one of the most complete and beneficial foods on the planet when consumed in a balanced way. So, let's dive straight into the 7 definitive benefits proven by science. And right after that, I will answer the most intriguing questions about how to eat them, store them, and cook them to ensure you aren't destroying their nutrients. Benefit number 1, it is an incredibly rich source of high biological value proteins. A single egg provides on average 6 to 7 grams of protein, containing all the essential amino acids your body needs but cannot produce on its own. We are talking about leucine, methionine, valine, tryptophan, and lysine. These are absolutely critical for the maintenance and repair of your muscles, your bones, and practically every tissue in your body. If you want to repair your body, you need these building blocks. Benefit number 2. It is a powerhouse of vitamins and minerals. Eggs are loaded with B-complex vitamins, such as B2, B5, B6, and B12. Why does this matter? Because these are essential for energy production and a healthy metabolism. It also contains vitamin A, which is crucial for your vision and your immune system. It has vitamin D, which assists in bone health and immunological function. And we can't forget the minerals like iron, phosphorus, selenium, zinc, and iodine. It is nature's multivitamin. Third benefit, it drastically improves ocular health. Eggs are rich in lutein and zeaxanthin. These are powerful antioxidants that accumulate in the retina of the eye. They protect you against macular degeneration and cataracts, essentially helping to preserve your vision as you age. Fourth benefit, brain health. Eggs are an excellent source of choline. Most people don't talk enough about choline, but it is a nutrient that is essential for memory, learning, and the overall health of your central nervous system. It is vital for cognitive function. Fifth benefit, weight control. This is a big one. Eggs increase satiety. They make you feel full. This helps significantly in controlling hunger and cravings, which can aid in weight loss when part of a balanced diet. You eat an egg, and you stop looking for snacks an hour later. Speaking of weight control, I know many of you eat healthy foods like eggs, but still feel like your metabolism is stuck or broken, especially if you are over 35. It turns out there is a hidden biological block called thermogenic resistance that stops your body from burning fat, no matter how good your diet is. There is a short video that explains a strange 30-second Spanish morning ritual involving a rare orange peel compound that destroys this resistance and flips your fat-burning switches back on 24/7. It has nothing to do with exercise. If you want to see how this works, point your phone's camera at the QR code on the screen right now, or just click the link I have pinned at the top of the comments to watch that presentation before it gets taken down. It is truly fascinating science. Now, moving on to benefit number 6, cardiovascular health. Despite the old rumors, modern studies show that moderate egg consumption does not increase cardiovascular risk in healthy people. In fact, it can improve your cholesterol profile by increasing HDL, which is popularly known as the good cholesterol that protects your heart. And the seventh benefit, growth and development. It is an accessible source of nutrients that are vital for children, adolescents, and pregnant women. Specifically, the proteins, iron, and choline contribute directly to cerebral development. Now that you know why you should eat them, we need to address how you are eating them. I am going to answer the most frequent and controversial questions I get asked every single day. If you get this wrong, you might be throwing all those benefits down the drain. First question, what is the absolute healthiest form of preparation? Scrambled, boiled, or fried? Without a doubt, the winner is the boiled egg. Specifically, boiled in the shell. Why? Because you don't need to add any oils, butters, or fats to cook it. It preserves the majority of the nutrients. Of course, you can consume them in other ways, but boiled is the gold standard. And here is a valuable tip that most people ignore. If you boil the egg until it is rock hard and you see that grayish-green ring around the yolk, you have overcooked it. That ring is a chemical reaction involving sulfur and iron, and it indicates that you have lost some of the heat-sensitive vitamins, like B vitamins and antioxidants. It is still nutritious, yes, but if you can, leave the yolk slightly soft. Don't cook it to death. Second question, how do you store them? Inside the fridge or outside? And if inside, where? Inside the refrigerator is the most recommended method, especially if you live in a country with a warm climate or high humidity. The ambient temperature can fluctuate too much outside. In the fridge, eggs maintain their quality for much longer, up to 3 or 4 weeks after purchase. Outside, maybe 7 to 10 days. But here's the critical mistake. Do not store them in the fridge door. I know, most fridges come with that little egg tray built into the door. Do not use it. The door is the warmest part of the fridge, and it experiences the most temperature fluctuation every time you open it. This condensation and temperature change can facilitate the proliferation of salmonella, a bacteria that can be present on the shell. Store them in the main body of the fridge, on a shelf, preferably in the original cardboard carton. The carton prevents them from absorbing odors from other foods and keeps them safe. Third massive doubt. Which color is better, white, red, or brown? I see people paying extra for brown eggs thinking they are healthier. The truth? The color of the shell does not influence the nutritional value at all. The color depends entirely on the breed of the hen. White hens lay white eggs. Red or brown hens lay brown eggs. It changes the genetics of the shell, but it does not alter the composition of the egg inside. Don't be fooled by the color. Fourth question, and this is a classic. Is it true that you should only eat the egg white and throw away the yolk? Absolutely not. Unless you have a very specific medical restriction, tossing the yolk is a nutritional crime. Let me give you the technical breakdown. The egg white is almost exclusively protein and water. It contains albumin, which is great for muscle mass, and has almost no fat. That is why bodybuilders love it. However, the yolk is where the magic happens. The yolk contains almost all of the vitamins, the minerals, the choline, the antioxidants, and the healthy fats. If you throw away the yolk, you are throwing away the multivitamin and keeping only the protein. And regarding the cholesterol in the yolk, for the vast majority of people, dietary cholesterol does not significantly impact blood cholesterol levels. Your liver regulates that. So, eat the whole egg. Fifth question, how many eggs can I eat per day? This is still a subject of debate in medical congresses, but here is the consensus from the best science we have right now. For healthy people without cardiovascular disease or diabetes, studies published in major journals like the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that consuming 1 to 3 eggs per day is safe and healthy. I often tell my clients that up to 4 a day is fine for a healthy, active person. Now, for people who already have high cholesterol that is difficult to control, or people with diabetes or high cardiovascular risk, the recommendation is more conservative. Generally, we suggest limiting it to 4 or 5 eggs per week, or prioritizing the egg whites while limiting the yolks. But for the general population, 1 to 3 a day is excellent. Sixth question, Is eating eggs with bread healthy? It can be healthy, or it can be a problem, depending entirely on the bread. If you are using ultra-processed white bread, you are spiking your insulin and adding empty calories. However, if you pair your egg with a high-quality whole grain bread or sourdough, it creates a powerful meal. The complex carbohydrates and fiber in the whole grain bread, combined with the protein and fat in the egg, create a meal that releases energy slowly. It keeps your glycemic index stable and keeps you full for hours. So, egg on toast is fine, just upgrade the toast. Seventh question. What about seasonings? Seasoning your egg is a great way to boost the health benefits, but you have to choose the right ones. Avoid dumping loads of salt or using unhealthy vegetable oils. Instead, use anti-inflammatory spices. Turmeric, curcumin, is fantastic on eggs. Black pepper helps absorb the turmeric. Oregano, parsley, scallions, cilantro, and basil add micronutrients and flavor without sodium. Chopped garlic or onions are also great additions for your immune system. Finally, I want to touch on a subject that is incredibly important for anyone over the age of 45 or 50. We are seeing more and more research linking the loss of strength in the lower limbs, your legs, with a decrease in longevity. Sarcopenia, or the loss of muscle mass as we age, is a silent killer. It leads to falls, fractures, and a loss of independence. Why am I telling you this in a video about eggs? Because to prevent this muscle loss, you need high-quality protein distributed throughout the day. You cannot just eat protein at dinner. You need it at breakfast and lunch. Eggs are the most accessible, digestible, and complete tool you have to maintain that leg strength. If you want to stay active, mobile, and strong into your 70s, 80s, and 90s, you need to prioritize this protein intake. So, to summarize, don't fear the egg. Boil it lightly, keep the yolk, store it on the fridge shelf, and season it with herbs. It is one of the simplest investments you can make for your health.